If I'm working on you and you start feeling this and it kind of works on you a little bit and you get lightheaded, feel like you're going to faint, pass out, throw up, tunnel vision, lose your hearing, anything weird happens to you, you stop me right then and say, hey man, I ain't feeling good, and tell me what's going on.
Steve Littlefield is a tattoo artist at Poison Apple in Ada, Oklahoma. Tattooing was not legalized in Oklahoma until 2006, making it the last state for tattoo legalization.
I just started doing it because people were wanting tattoos, and I didn't even know if I could do it. I didn't plan on tattooing. It was the last thing on my mind, and I started doing it and then started working for a shop. And it really wasn't until after I started working professionally in the shop that I went, wow, you can actually make a good living at this. I started working at Poison Apple here in Ada just barely over a year ago. Archie is the owner, and he's just great. He's good to me. He lets me do what I want to do. When I was younger, when I was, a teenager, the only people that had tattoos were military, if you were in prison, rock stars, strippers, there was just a certain group of people. There was a small subculture of tattooing that's been around forever. But it was a very, very small group of people, culture-wise, that got tattoos. And within the last decade, or a little longer, maybe 15 years, our culture as a country has changed. The most interesting thing is when you get to meet people and you get to know them and you get to experience who they are and their life and problems they've had, or sometimes they ask your advice, and it's great. So that's probably the better aspect of tattooing, other than just the artwork, is you get to know people. It's great. I started off getting tattoos, and it was just kind of a, hey, this is a thing to do, let me go get a tattoo. And so I've got a few tribal pieces that mean nothing, they're just ornamental. But I have some tattoos on this arm that are cartoon characters and, things from television when I was a kid, or books that I read when I was a child that have a lot of meaning. This is kind of my childhood arm. And some of this other stuff I've got over here, I'm into music. I've got some Iron Maiden tattoos. I love Iron Maiden. I love metal. And so, some of the things I have, kind of a really deep meaning childhood-wise, and then there are others that are just like what I like. It is becoming more accepted. I think attitudes about a lot of things culturally where we live here in Oklahoma are a few years behind the times.
Steve not only works as a tattoo artist, but also works as a part-time guitar teacher at Dave's Music.
The reason I started teaching guitar was I've always loved music. I was self-taught. I didn't take lessons. I didn't have money to take lessons. And so it just felt natural to be able to teach other people how to play guitar based on how I learned how to play, but be able to do it in a way that wouldn't take them near as long to learn. Typically, I have a number of students throughout the year, and it varies anywhere from 20, 25 to 30. I don't typically take anyone under 8. I have taught students younger than that, and 2 or 3 of them have turned out to be almost prodigies, But typically I'll teach anywhere from about 8 or 9 years old till, up into, 50s and 60s. So I've got a broad range. I obviously like rock, but I teach everything. I do everything from rock to hard rock to heavy metal to blues to country to pop, folky type stuff. I can do it just about anything that anybody wants to learn how to play. What I would like for students to get out of what I teach them is a love for music. Music is what it is. The base word for music is muse, and it's inspiration. And it goes beyond an artistic expression. It has to do with just, life in general. people who are musically or artistically inclined tend to enjoy life more. They seem to gain a more intelligent view of life. I have a lot of students that it's not just about me showing them how to play the guitar, how to play chords and scales and learn this song. Especially if they take over a certain period of time, we develop a relationship.
After years of stereotyping and prejudice against people with tattoos, tattoos have finally become more widespread in regions such as the Bible Belt, including Ada. Steve's jobs let us understand that it's okay to be your own individual and to tell your stories in different ways, whether that be through the works of art on your skin or through the music you create.